And conscious means that you're conscious of what's going on in this world. You're fully aware and awake to what's going on in this world. That's what conscious rap means. So if you got conscious rap, that means you got unconscious rap. That means you got motherfuckers that's unconscious rapping. That means they sleeping. They still under the spell of Leviathan. They still under the spell of King.
Call me brother man, I'm not the rubber man. Though I keep my Nazis in affairs wrapped with some rubber bands. Bunning out the Ku Klux Klan and Wizard Grand Dairy Queen misters. Just butts of guns I'm giving. Trying to make more sovereign citizens, these minions. Help kill your prophet, stole your treasury millions. You heard it from your brother man, not a smother sellout. Sets links in K2 Kush days, keep me red out. I got the knowledge to make these silly hoes question the pimpin' directors of music videos. Gay laws and persons with strap-on boots with heels. Too much graphic art faces, boobs are not real. Since MCM and Troop, they use Timberland boots to get us all caught up in fashion, not the simple men roots. Got our people on dogmatic, not metaphysic. Exoteric, not esoteric is how you missed it. So out of it you couldn't feel the natural mystic blowing through the air like it didn't give a shit. I hear the dirty Moors dissing, cause I said profanities. A lot of these grand cheeks need to take off the panties. Pull the thong out your crack vest wearing sash ass nigga. Return to where the prophet found you, Negro ass nigga.
It's time to choose a side. You either positive or you negative. You either evil or you good. You understand what I'm saying? Choose a side, nigga. I know what side I'm on.
I throw a Molotov at the priest that works for the beast. All they want is our people to rest in peace. No attention of allowing more stress to ease. Cracker won't go home to spread himself the disease. Genocidal epidemic kill us in high proportions. Instead of mummified, we stay boxed in coffins. Mayors attend funerals for PR purposes. Where's the police escort? He replied with nervousness. He said, I don't have those numbers or connections to have Metro Police lead your friend's funeral procession. That's coming from Mr. Mayor, black community player. No question in the hoods dropping off boxes of weapons. Then blame black on black crime or natural causes. Plus those doctors are not on point but off a bit. Natural mystics prove they're not holistic. Hypocrite oaths make your children autistic.
I'm at the point now where I'm saying I'm tired of mixing the medicine with the food. I'm tired of playing that game. Now I'm shoving straight medicine down your fucking throat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight doses of medicine is getting shoved down your throat. I don't give a fuck if it turns you off or not. Because if it do turn you off, then you're a stupid, ignorant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Don't judge like a cover of your favorite book. Visit you in your dreams, hand with the hook. Paralysis overtook, so shook. Stop, look, listen with precision. MC on a mission, vision, past senses and endless. Cipher with active Moors, beat you with facts senseless. Have your mind defenseless when the truth enters. Eyes glow, reminds me of Omar Bay, Algonquin embers. Tap your pioneer out, what's a man remembers. All the lies told to your mind dismembers. Circle broken into quadrants, you the 7 in the center. Compass G between the square, Baphomet of Templars. Warlock, call on my witch mothers to maim them. The same wise spirits burned at stakes in Salem. Torture with vagina pair, survive, bobbing for apples. Contort thumb, slide wrist out, tight shackles.
I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around. I always got something deep to say, every time around.
Moorish World TV, huh? More like Asian World TV, you dig? You heard? Tired of all these agent provocateurs slandering the righteous.
I call y'all out. We call y'all out. Y'all out there.
I smell an agent. You smell an agent. I smell an agent. Yeah.
You better watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking them corners. And best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
I smell an agent. You smell an agent. I smell an agent. Yeah.
You better watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking them corners. And best believe they coming with that folly taking you under. It's a shame, man. You dirty Moors, man. Trying to equate legalese to law, man. How incompetent as you can be. But it ain't no stopping the movement, cause I locked out the front seat. Better get your mind right. Real Moors ain't about to high life. Real Moors ain't about to hype. Y'all just looking for the limelight. If you were really studying, you would know who is who and recognize this is Moors. I ain't really think you got us as governor.
Y'all niggas on crazy.
Can you believe it?
Crazy. Yeah, I know this for sure.
I smell an agent. You smell an agent. I smell an agent. Yeah.
You better watch it more. Bite them sellouts lurking them corners. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
I smell an agent. You smell an agent. I smell an agent.
You better watch it more. Bite them sellouts lurking them corners. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
It's a shame, man. These dirty Moors, man. Watching all you dirties through the hairs that's crossed, man. Noble Drew, Ali, and Garvey met with Burner Cross, man. We solved the Negro problem with the Circle 7 Koran. Young Pharaoh prostitutes for the Moorish foreign substitutes. Using Sarah suit and mascot for their SETI institutes. Speaking lies, Moor means black is really from some Greek gods. Masonry is ancient Egypt, watch me speaking sleep spas. Wearing ankhs, wearing fezzes, singing these tunes to you. FOH Sarah, Elena Bay couldn't lose to you. All Negro conscious newbies, where were you at years ago? While we were studying occult and metaphysical. Bet not around, now you slander, you bums of the town. Spellbound, you dirty Moors from a Washita burial mound. Send you to the background, Moors are in the front ground. Ready to defend the teachers, anywhere is the battleground.
I smell an agent. You smell an agent. I smell an agent.
Yeah, I smell
You
it
better
too.
watch it more. Bite them sellouts lurking them corners. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
What?
I smell an agent.
You smell an agent? I smell an agent too.
You better watch it more. Bite them sellouts lurking them corners. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
And you're a certain type of female, insecure ass women are not gonna like you. If you got self-love and you cool with yourself and you free with yourself, insecure women are not gonna like you. And then they try to demonize you or make you feel bad about being comfortable with yourself. Here's my thing. We done had plenty motherfucking threesomes. Period. Let's put it on the table. We done got it in. Now you're in the world, and little do you know, I still got you cuffed. I still got you safe. Motherfucking threesomes. Period. Let's put it on the table. We done got it in. Now you're in the world, and little do you know, I still got you cuffed. I still got you safe. And you cool with yourself and you free with yourself, insecure women are not gonna like you. And then they try to demonize you or make you feel bad about being comfortable with yourself. Here's my thing. We done had plenty motherfucking threesomes. Period. Let's put it on the table. We done got it in. Now you're in the world, and little do you know, I still got you cuffed. I still got you safe. The apartment that she's going in, I'm paying for that. I'm paying that rent every month for the next year. Despite everything that she has done, I'm still paying it. You know why? Because I'm not gonna smite my fucking babies, because I love my babies. I love my babies. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's the only thing that'll get me violent is my children. Other than that, nigga, we have no problems. So that being said, I love my babies. I'm not gonna not do for her because I'm upset with her or I disagree with her behavior because it will hurt my children. So the nice apartment that she's finna be in, the nice one that she's finna be vlogging in, that y'all finna see her in, I'm paying for that. And then the house that she's gonna go into after y'all done see her vlogging, I'm paying for that. And the car that she ride around with the kids in, I'm paying for that. And motherfuckers keep talking about something, it's not all about the money. I know it's not all about the money. Because I was never loyal to you because of the money. You jumped ship. You self-sabotaged. You switched up. So now we allegedly found a new nanny. Cool. Now here's the end. I'm ending this video right here. Sweetheart, you got 2 motherfucking options with me. And we gonna put this shit live on the internet since you wanna play this game. I don't give a fuck who's right or wrong. I'm not here to prove who's right or wrong. I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. Period. Here's the thing. If you ever want to fuck back with me, you are going to apologize publicly for lying and slandering my character and trying to misrepresent me because you were in your emotions. You're going to apologize for making a mistake by being in your emotions like I always tell you to stop doing. And you're going to fucking listen to everything that you're fucking told. Or you're not coming over here. That's option one. Option two, you can go on about your life, live your life. You don't have to work if you don't want to. So let's be clear on that. You are choosing to work. You are choosing to work. You are choosing to work. This same offer is up for my son, mom. If y'all see my son, mom out there working, don't put that shit on me. These women are choosing to work. I will get y'all some apartments close to me or some homes close to me so I can be close to my fucking kids while I build. I will get y'all some vehicles, some nice vehicles. I will get y'all some homes at the end of the year, okay? And I will shoot y'all some bread every month so that y'all good. All I want to do is be around my kids. And I'm putting this life in that. So all that other shit miss me with that. That a nigga get up every day and stay up all night trying to make a way for me and you. And y'all ruin everything out of emotions. And then you want to lie to not take accountability for your actions. So this is what it is going forward. It is what it is. Those are the two offers on the table.
I'll go in this match. She's like, oh yeah, she tripping and blah blah.
Like,
you don't even know anything that you're talking about. Like what? And the people that have what, bro?
I'm pretty sure he don't even know that she don't got custody of her kids.
Oh, okay.
She is the one who be doing coke and shit. So, and she the one who be rolling his blunts and stuff, correct? Well, he don't know how, so.
I'm not there, I don't know who it is, so
yeah.
I know
So who?
Smoking them Dutches and stuff. When we was in there, it was like a bunch of shit around there, man.
You said he's smoking Dutches?
And we smoking gum papers and shit.
Yeah, he don't even do.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
don't even do that.
Yeah.
That's how I know shit's different, because I don't even be smoking blunts unless I like literally need to.
Unless we don't have a.
I know she's
Unless we don't
definitely
have
not.
Unless we don't have no roll-ups, and we. You feel me? That's the only
And
time.
he'd get a pipe.
Right.
He'd get his damn pipe. But, yeah, she's playing the fuck out of him. Now he want to fight Ace. Yeah, but Ace is not, we just trying to be here for him. But I definitely want to beat that bitch ass, man. Like, bad as fuck. Like, y'all really don't give a fuck about this. This thing is over here literally incriminating himself. Fucking destroying his brand. Dirty.
Should we just rock out? Should we just rock out to one of us here from again? Or so?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess he ain't got no choice. Shit, unless we go over his damn house. But it's like, he ain't got no damn choice.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Conscious. Sarnetta sat down with Taj Bey one-on-one. Shooting Yeti is my target, Aleem Bey is my gun. All I do is crush a lot truth. My big pun and Fat Joe falling on you 50 feet below. Mike Fatso, Mark Conscious Coons frauds up with my firing squad. Talking out of more.
We keep it tight. Soldiers. I'm really talking to these G's, man, because I see a lot of G's and I like that. You understand? Y'all got to get organized. Y'all got to get physically trained. Y'all blow, do your little sip, and that's cool. I do it too. I do it too, goddammit. But I stay physically fit.
Let's take it back. Let's just take it back. Let's take it back again. Conscious. Sarnetta sat down with Taj Bey one-on-one. Shooting Yeti is my target, Alim Bey is my gun. All I do is crush a lot truth. My big pun and Fat Joe falling on you 50 feet below. Mike Fatso, Mark conscious coons frauds up with my fire and... Yeah, so for all you new people, Seti is my target, Alim Bey is my gun. And Alim Bey didn't miss. In case you missed it, the whole reason why people are debating Moors or whatever is because of some clown named Seti, who nobody knows. Where is he at right now? He's around doing something? He's doing something? He's relevant anymore? Or is he non-existent? I don't know. I'm a Moor. I'm about Moor science. I don't care about anything else. But I know for a fact that Moorish Brooklyn intelligence, Sabir Bey from back then, Alim Bey, all of them destroyed Seti. Destroyed him. He shouldn't even be able to talk. But no, they have their agenda to push their black BS. So they forced him down everybody's throat, just like this vax everybody's running to go get. Forcing it. You can't work if you don't get this. Right? You can't be conscious if you don't listen to this platform. This is the platform that's giving you the information for the whatever. It's on the record. These people do blow and all that. These are the conscious people. Didn't he just tell you, we did mad threesomes. You think it's just him? You think he's just one? Go around to all the conscious whoever's. Go around them. And just pull each one of them to the side. Hey, you ever had a threesome? What do you mean? Just a question. Forget the quasars and all that stuff. You ever had a threesome? Conscious guy? And then, if they say they had a threesome, then somebody in there is gay or lesbian. And if they're riding with the program, then, I mean, what the hell why are you listening to these people? If they're going to be conscious and do threesomes. These are the 50 million views people. They just told you the other day, the other one touching, it's not even his child, touching somebody else's daughter. And then they had donate to this and donate to that. And we want to know why our conditions are still the same and nothing's changing. Then people are debating me. Well, what's the remedy for the people? What are you talking about? Remedy for who? Remedy for who? The people who are following blow smokers, threesome doers, and pedophile conscious people? Talk to them about what the hell am I talking to these people about? If they're riding with the pedophiles and all these people. If you want to be a pedophile, do your thing. Just go over there. Don't let me see you. You want to cut off stuff and take pills to make stuff grow and stuff like that and say you're Moors and all that stuff? No problem. Just do that over there. It's all good. Live your life. Live your best life. Live your best life, whatever that is to you. To me, my best life might not be your best life. So don't get it messed up. Been told you people about these people. Yo, we been told you people about these people. We been told you about them. They F you with no rubber, and then they come back with a new name, and then you go ride with them again. And tell us that we're the ones doing stuff wrong and questioning us, where's the Moorish, this and that, because you see us on public platforms, so we must be the people that why am I waiting? Why am I waiting 3 months to get my paperwork back? Why are you 10 years late? How about that? How about why didn't you nationalize when stuff was running smooth and nobody was even doing this? You get your stuff in a week. We're not now you're going to be picking sides because somebody tried to set up the pedophile, and now you're saying the pedophile's innocent. What? The pedophile's innocent. You can't. You shouldn't prosecute them. That those are our brothers. The system's trying to stop them and all this BS. The hell out of here. But we're going to throw it back again. That we've been told you people. These people are fraud. Talking crazy to Moors. Don't bring up Noble Juali. Don't talk about Moors. Don't use Moors as clickbait. Don't do anything with Moors. Just do whatever you're doing over there and don't bring up Moors. Don't talk about Moors. Don't mention Moors. Just do what you're doing over there. Don't let Moors be subject matter. And the reason why is this is the domino effect happening right now. This is the domino effect. All the people who we told you that these people are traitors and sellouts and they don't whatever like that, all of them are fallen or have fallen. All of them. We're still here, Canaanland Moors. We've been here, same name. We ain't changed anything other than fez colors and turban colors. Nothing changed. Same stuff that we've been doing. You check all these other people, they flip-flop between so much different stuff. And then you're still riding with them. And want to know why your conditions suck. And the people who are doing good, they have to do their stuff in secret because they don't even want to put out there that, you know what I mean, like we're doing certain stuff because everybody's a traitor. And they're going to sabotage your stuff. So this is the environment that we have now. That the snitches, everybody's cool with the snitches and all that stuff. Right? We already put on the record with receipts, Vlad TV snitched on our thing. He still gets 50 billion views. Sanetter snitched on our thing. He still gets views. Taharka snitched on our thing. They still do whatever. It's like, are people dumb? How come these people are still around? They have to be being supported by somebody. And who's supporting these people? Because these are the traitors. These are the pedophiles. These are the guys doing threesomes. It comes out of his own mouth, we do threesomes. This is a conscious guy that people are saying he's going to have a black school for black children and all that stuff. And he's doing threesomes? And you're supporting him still? And when I'm looking at you funny, you're looking at me like, well, the Moorish, where's the Moorish, whatever. Get the hell out of here. You've been following pedophiles the whole time. You've been riding with pedophiles, especially you prominent people. And like we said, all the stuff's coming out. It ain't nothing to do with us or whatever. You know what I mean? They want to play analytics and all that stuff, so, you know what I mean? Certain things are going to come up in the timeline that I ain't looking for this. But what do you mean? What do you mean he's not with Hold on a second. Isn't this the guys that have school and stuff like that? And what do you mean? Hold on a second. So, you know what? We'll just let the tape tell it. Let the tape tell it.
Now let's deal with young Pharaoh. And him saying that more means something negative.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, bro. Huh? Watch this. I'm about to cook on you boys. Now, Moors, okay, is always trying to tell you that black don't mean nothing and that you should stop calling yourself black because black is not a nationality, okay? Because black is not a nationality, right?
Hey, Mr. Sara Sutanseti, did you tell young Pharaoh that one of your master teachers, Dr. John Henrik Clark, said this?
We are a nation, within a nation in this country, searching for a nationality. And once we find our nationality and serve that nationality, we'll do for ourselves what needs to be done. All ethnic groups in this country understand they got a nationality. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. Because you answer to such stupid words like Negro and color and black. 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 You have no nationality. Negro is not a nationality. Some lazy Portuguese or Spaniard took an adjective and made a noun out of it. Colored is not a nationality. Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
Black tells you how you look, but it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
But it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
But it don't tell you who you are.
Right.
But it don't tell you who you are.
Right. I'll take that.
Oh, gotta take this one. That was an accident. Should see. Peace.
Peace, Noble. 1 second.
It's one more.
It's on. Let me turn this fan off. I'm on a farm. It's hot as hell on this farm, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
Nah, I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, now it's the grand shape. I ain't, to tell the truth, I didn't even know how that shit worked, man. You know? When you press join, I just thought, you know, you joined the live show. I didn't think I was getting
Oh, like that.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I never did it, so
Look, it's all good.
it's all
Well,
good.
you could just put, there should be an X on there or whatever. You could just push the X if you want to get out, and then that'll take you up.
All right. Islam.
But Islam, bro.
Okay.
The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. The name of a people must relate them instantaneously to land, history, and culture. It And anytime you call a people by their right name, anytime you call a people, name a people, and fail to relate them back to land, history, and culture, you have called them out of their name. There's no slack man or black hole up. 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 There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it relate to a country. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it relate to a country. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it relate to a country. There's nothing wrong with the word black. Nothing wrong with it at all. Only it relate to a country. The name of every people in the world relate to country. And once you think instantaneously of land, you think of nationality. You belong to something big in the world.
If not, why not? And if so, why are you allowing young Pharaoh to mock Dr. John Henrik Clarke's teachings, Mr. Sarah Sutanseti? Conveniently, we might add, now that he has transitioned. That is some sellout behavior right there.
Now watch this. Watch me hit these. Watch me hit these with this word. Right? I want to show y'all something. All right? Now, when you look up the basic definition, because I know you always want to go into legal definitions and all of that. No, we're going to historical definitions. Watch this. Before it was a legal system.
Wow. I didn't know that Google gave historical definitions. I thought only unabridged dictionaries did that. Really, young Pharaoh? You are using Google for historical definitions? Really?
Okay, when you look up the basic definition of a Moor, you see it says a member of the southwestern African Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent in the 8th century. Okay? Arab descent. Are you a Arab? Are you a Arab? Now look at here. See, this is where they try to trick you. It skipped over Latin. It don't tell you the Latin definition. It goes straight to Greek, from Greek to Old French to Moor. It skipped Latin.
Now here is something interesting. It has Greek before Latin. And in Greek, it is spelled Mauros. So if Greek is before Latin, why would young Pharaoh look up the Latin meaning instead of looking up the Greek meaning when the Greek meaning came before the Latin? That makes absolutely no sense. When counting, doesn't one come before two? But you know what? For the sake of it, let's just go with what he's saying.
Now, why is this important? Every translation came through the Latin. Every single translation of every word came through the Latin, family. And so now why is this important? I went and got the Latin translation of the word Moor that they tried to emit from me. Now watch this. Just like Christian comes from the old French word Christian, which means a fool or stupid person, Moor comes from the Latin word moros, which means a stupid person or a heathen.
Now, young Pharaoh just showed you. Moros, M-A-U-R-O-S, is before the Latin translation. So why would you look up the Latin translation when Google is telling you the Greek came before the Latin translation? That makes absolutely no sense. If you want to find the true meaning of a word, you have to go back to when the word first originated and take that meaning. You do not go to the second translation and take that meaning. That makes absolutely no sense. But don't worry, check the curveball that's coming in the 9th inning.
it was a derogatory term used by Europeans and Germans to speak down on black people.
Well, if young Pharaoh actually left Google and traveled to Germany and Austria and Switzerland and Italy, etc., he would see that that statement is not true. Want proof? Just check the next clip. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quickies. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try? Recently, in our comment sections, we have been getting comments from certain individuals saying that, quote, we are not Moors, end quote, and that, quote, we have an identity crisis, end quote. Well, to all those that made those comments, I tell you what, go to Germany and go to Nuremberg and go to the Moors pharmacy and tell them to change their company logo. This pharmacy was established in 1442. And when the Volksfest comes around in September, go to the ice cream stand with the name Ice More, meaning more ice cream, and tell them to change their logo. And while you're at it, make a stop in Bamberg and go to the Moors House tea shop and tell the owner that his logo is wrong. And go to Regensburg and stop at the Moors pharmacy there and tell them to change their logo too. Theirs was established in 1517. Don't forget to go to Halle, Germany, and tell them to remove the statue of the Moor they have on top of their Moors pharmacy. And don't forget to go to the Moors pharmacy in Bergheim, Germany, and the Moors pharmacy in Sarstedt, Germany. Matter of fact, just Google Moren Apotheker, and all the logos that you find, mark down the cities and go to each one and complain. Oh, but wait, there is more. Go to Huttwil, Switzerland, and tell them to remove the logo they have for their Moors hotel. Oh, and in case you can't read German, the translation is, the Moors will become the little princes. It says Huttwil. Now it is definitive. The Moors Hotel restaurant will receive 2 new names. The Little Prince Hotel and Restaurant of the Moorish King. Staying in Switzerland, go to the city center in Schaffhausen, where they have a King Caspar statue fountain that is called Moor's Fountain, and tell them not to call it Moor's Fountain because King Caspar is not a Moor. Oh wait, there's still more. Contact Edward Charlemont, you know, the one that made the painting called The Moorish Chief. And tell him that the guy he painted is not a Moor. Oh wait, it was painted back in 1878. Well, I guess you can contact his family and complain, or organize a boycott of the museum that has the painting until they put a note beside the painting saying, not a real Moor. Let's see. Oh, you gotta stop the Riedlinger Moor Festival. Oh, and then there is the Sarati Moor for Sarati chocolates. Gotta contact them too. And then there's the Mohrenbrau Beer Company in Austria. You gotta shut them down too. And that's just 3 countries in Europe. Dang. And we didn't even get to the Moorish coat of arm images for European families. Or all the priceless Moorish jewelry depicting us as royalty. So you all have a lot of work to do. Instead of commenting on here, maybe you should start writing some lengthy letters to these organizations. I don't know if you all know each other, but maybe you can band together to spread out the workload. Good luck with that. Common sense was made before book sense. Okay, young Pharaoh. So I guess all those businesses in Germany and Switzerland and Austria, etc., with the title More attached to it, are all saying that their businesses are heathens? Or what? All those businesses are talking down on their own businesses? Or this pic of a logo for this Austrian coffee company, a pic that I took with my own camera in 2017, their slogan being Café del Moro. So, young Pharaoh, you are saying that their slogan means coffee of the heathens or coffee of the stupid people? So, young Pharaoh, please explain why all these European companies are using the word more in their title if the word more means heathens or stupid. We'll wait. So you'd rather be black? Really? Did you happen to look up the etymology of black? If not, here it is. We made a video about this topic last year. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quickies. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try? Brace yourselves for black, according to science, means death. This one little sentence that Prophet Noble Jew Ali said back in the 1920s has caused a lot of fervor amongst our community. To prove this statement, some people have debated showing pictures of people with black boils on their dead bodies. Some have stated that people in Africa wear black to funerals. Some Moors have even stated that Prophet Noble Jew Ali was speaking about, quote, the science that treats positive law, end quote. Well, for some, that may still be a bit of a stretch. So being that many claim to be scholars, what if we use the quote-unquote science of etymology? Using etymology, which means, quote, the study of the origin of words and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history, end quote. Black, etymologically, actually means pale. This is from Webster's Dictionary from 1893. Oh, and just to prove that I have the actual physical book, Webster's Unabridged Dictionary. It's old as hell. There it is. American Dictionary of the English Language, 1893. And we'll go to black. That's where I took it from. Black, A for adjective, sax, black, and black, pale, wan, livid, etc. To become pale, to turn white, to become black. That's where it took it from. So I have the physical book. So if the etymology of black means pale and to become pale, what happens upon death? The body loses life, the blood stops flowing, and the body becomes pale. All people become pale upon death. Even the European loses the pinkness in their skin upon death and become even more pale. Or should I say, becomes black, being that black means pale. So, black, according to the science of etymology, means death. Common sense was made before book sense. So you are saying that you would rather be pale? Okay.
You'd be a stupid ass heathen. The fuck is you talking about? I'm going to the etymology right now, don't worry.
You did not go to the etymology of black, though, when you said you would rather be black, did you?
Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's go. Watch this. Pull it up. Moro, right?
Sorry, young Pharaoh, but Moro, M-O-R-O, is not the etymology of More, M-O-O-R. More, M-A-U-R, is the etymology of More, M-O-O-R. If you want to choose the Latin etymology, it is Morus, M-A-U-R-U-S.
Moro. Spanish. Watch this. Moro. A Muslim inhabitant of the Philippines. Still ain't got nothing to do with no Aboriginal in America at all. Now watch this. When you go to the word Moro, okay, it says in Spanish, it literally translates to more. Now when you go look up the etymology of the word Moro, right, there you go.
Interesting. Anyone notice, number one, it is spelled with a small m. Number two, there is a small accent above the O. So how could this be the same word as Moro in Spanish? But wait a second. Young Pharaoh is using a Bible Hub website for the etymology of More? I mean, at the very least, he could use an actual etymology website. Like, oh, I don't know, etymonline.com maybe? The thing is, once you go to the website and you type in more, capital M-O-O-R, you get 3 definitions for that more. One with a capital M, it's a noun, and then 2 with small m's. One's a verb and one's a noun. If you scroll down, there's Morisco, adjective, Moorland, Maurice, Moorish, etc. There's your Moro with a capital M. Second page, to unmoor, blackamoor, noun, etc. Morocco. So let's go to the third page as well to show you that we're not leaving anything out. All right, that's the third page. So let's go back to the first page and click on more with the capital M. Now, if we read the definition of more with the capital M, it says North African Berber, late 14th century, from Old French more, M-O-R-E, with a capital M. From medieval Latin, morus, with a capital M, M-O-R-U-S. From Latin, Morus, M-A-U-R-U-S, with a capital M. Inhabitant of Mauritania, Northwest Africa, a region now corresponding to northern Algeria and Morocco. from Greek Moros, capital M-A-U-R-O-S, similar to the Moorish that young Pharaoh showed in his Google search, perhaps a native name, or else cognate with Moorish, small m-a-u-r-o-s, quote-unquote black. But this adjective only appears in late Greek and may as well be from the people's name as the reverse. Being a dark people in relation to Europeans, their name in the Middle Ages was a synonym for Negro, late 16th century to 17th century, used indiscriminately of Muslims, Persians, Arabs, etc., but especially those in India. Now correct me if I'm wrong. Nowhere in that definition do we see the adjective Moros, M-O-R-O-S, with a small m and the accent over the O that young Pharaoh showed. Nowhere there. And it's nowhere to be found in the other definitions of Moor. So let's go to the word Moro, capital M-O-R-O, and see what that says. Now when we go to Moro, capital M-O-R-O, it says Muslim Malay of the Philippines, 1886, from Spanish Moro, capital M-O-R-O, literally Moor, capital M-O-O-R, and then it says see more. Nowhere do you find the word Moros, M-O-R-O-S, with the accent over the O, in this description. The only time you find the word Moros, M-O-R-O-S, is when you look up the word moron. And the meaning of moron is 1910 medical Latin from Greek Attic, moron, neuter of moros, M-O-R-O-S. And the meaning is foolish, dull, sluggish, and stupid. But of course, young Pharaoh is not going to tell you that because it doesn't fit his agenda. So rather than going to an actual etymology website or using an actual unabridged dictionary, he goes to a Bible Hub website and uses that instead.
Dull, stupid, foolish.
So if it means dull, stupid, and foolish, that means this word is an adjective and not a noun. So that means it describes and does not identify. It is not a noun, so it is not a person, place, or thing. But I know what you must be thinking. You're reaching. Young Pharaoh has you on the ropes. Well, remember that curveball I mentioned a while ago? Don't worry, it's coming.
Dull, stupid, foolish. I'ma read it again. Dull, stupid, foolish. Now, I'm not gonna give y'all all of my work right now. And so I'ma pause right there. I'ma pause right there because I got a lecture coming. I'ma pause right there. But family, go look it up for yourself. Go look it up for yourself. Now watch this. Now watch this. I'm going to give you an example of the word being used in a negative connotation towards a black person. Because when I swear to God, when I looked this word up, the first thing that came to my head was the movie Black Knight with Martin. Because I remember when I was a kid and I was watching it. And I remember when that white knight had told Martin, he said, watch your tongue before I cut it out, you whore. I never forget because I said that shit the next day around my cousin, and my older cousin was like, what you know about the Moors? And he started trying to break the knowledge down to me. But I was like, I don't know, they just said it in the movie. And so that being said, watch this. Watch this. This is going to show you that the word Moor is used in negative connotation towards black people. Watch this. Watch me work now. Shh. Quiet. 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 Watch this. Listen. Listen. Okay, now listen. I'm a narrate. I forgot his name in the movie, but this knight is about to come and sexually harass these women. And when he gets to the black woman, he gonna call her a Nubian queen. And when Martin stand up for him sexually harassing her, he gonna call Martin a Moor in a negative connotation. Now, a lot of y'all might say, oh, you know, Moor means this, but Martin is the same skin complexion of the black woman being harassed.
No, he's not. Martin is 2 shades darker than the woman. See the video for yourself. But that's neither here nor there, so it doesn't matter.
So why you didn't call Martin a Nubian fool? Why you didn't put the word Nubian in front of the insult that would have came after it? Because the word Moor meant fool or stupid person. And he was referring to Martin Lawrence as a fool or stupid person for not minding his business. Now watch this.
Very nice.
Now watch. Now watch. Watch this. He about to sexually harass her. Watch this. Okay. He called her a Nubian queen. Let me run it back one more time.
See? Martin is 2 shades darker than the woman.
What the hell is wrong with you, man? Don't you know that's sexual harassment? That damn near ran me across you. Wake up, find your boss. You don't fire your metallic ass. You would do well to mind your tongue more. See?
Come on!
Really? That sounded like he was speaking down to Martin? Really? To me, it sounded like he was just speaking firm to him. But this is subjective. Let's listen to it again.
You would do well to mind your tongue more. See?
Come on!
Subjective.
Stop playing with me. Let's run this. Let's run it. We're gonna run it. Run it. Huh? I know he wasn't speaking positively about Martin right there. Huh? Run it. Run it. I'm not playing with you. We're talking about scholarship.
This is scholarship? Really? Alright, so I guess I will use movies that used the word more in it to show that more is a positive word. Let's start with the movie The Long Ships from 1964.
Well, there's an end to the golden bell. Well, we're so close. Where are we anyway? Somewhere on the Moorish coast. See if you can get the movie. We've got a lot of work to do.
Well, he did not say Moorish coast in a negative manner.
Get Jerry, get back to work.
Were they the Moorish? That they were. They don't like giving up. Neither do we.
Well, he did not say the Moorish in a negative manner. Well, if more means dull, stupid, and foolish, why would he call where they were civilization?
Will give you an idea. Even if I knew the course, you'd never get there. I have a ship. Your ship? Forgive me, my lord. I don't mean to be critical, but you Moors don't make very good sailors. For the last day, husband.
So he said, you Moors don't make very good sailors. Is that talking down on him, or is he just giving an opinion? Well, we did not find anything negative in the movie The Long Ships. Alright, next let's check the movie Maleficent.
Once upon a time, there were two kingdoms that were the worst of neighbors. So vast was the discord between them that it was said only a great hero or a terrible villain might bring them together. In one kingdom lived folk like you and me, with a vain and greedy king to rule over them. They were forever discontent and envious of the wealth and beauty of their neighbors. For in the other kingdom, the Moors, lived every manner of strange and wonderful creature. For in the other kingdom, the Moors, lived every manner of strange and wonderful creature. For in the other kingdom, the Moors, lived every manner of strange and wonderful creature. And they needed neither king nor queen, but trusted in one another. And they needed neither king nor queen, but trusted in one another. And they needed neither king nor queen, but trusted in one another.
Well, in Maleficent, it definitely does not talk down on the Moors. It actually spoke very positive about the Moors. Next movie is Wild Wild West.
Good morning, gentlemen. I trust you slept well. What have you done with Rita? Rita is in house familiar. Rita is sleeping off the air perfection in the street. She's quite lovely, isn't she? No, I might even, familiar with her myself.
That'll be one more reason for me to kill you.
Oh, yes, Mr. West, I'm sure to it, no doubt. Well endowed, black and more like yourself. Well endowed, black and more like yourself. Well endowed, black and more like yourself. It must seem absolutely impossible that a free black me could fully enjoy the pleasure of a woman.
Alright, so in Wild Wild West, the villain called Will Smith's character a well-endowed blackamoor. Was that negative? Nope. Next movie is Celestine Prophecy.
Siente, what's it like? It's an old ranch, about 1,000 acres. And the owner's family for hundreds of years goes all the way back to Spanish land grants, the Moors. These days it's a kind of retreat.
Alright, so in Celestine Prophecy, it speaks of the land grants of the Moors. Is that negative? Nope. So that is 4 movies to Young Pharaoh's 1 movie. And that 1 movie clip that Young Pharaoh showed was subjective.
Bring the scholarship. What? I know he ain't call him a king. I know he ain't say nothing positive to him. He called that a Moor. Huh? They was talking down on him. Get out of here. What? So, let me get this straight. Because I'm about to get off this wave now. So the Moors is Aboriginal, Native American, Christian, Islamic Muslims now. And Masons. What? I'm turned. Because I do this shit from right here. We going back to the roots. Shout out TIU Music in LA. Y'all know I love LA. I love LA. What? I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all not gonna walk us. See, when when Malcolm X said, when Martin Luther King said we was getting walking to that burning house, he forgot to tell you that that burning house was a Masonic lodge. And that's where they taking us. That's where they taking us, family. And I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna let them do us like that. Run that. Tell me the word more don't come from moros. Tell me it don't. You etymological ass. Out of here. That's why they mad. That's why they mad.
It does not come from moros, M-O-R-O-S. It comes from Maurus, M-A-U-R-U-S. If you only go back to Latin, it really goes back to More, M-A-U-R, from ancient Egypt. That was actually very clever of him. The problem is, we did a video about the meaning of more months ago, before he even put up his video. Oh, and remember that curveball I spoke about before? Well, it's the 9th inning. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quickies. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try? What does more mean? This has been a question that many of our people have asked. The problem is that many of our so-called scholars have said that more means black when the origin of the word did not. So let's quell this once and for all. First off, let's start with our Superman, our Kal-El, our PhD in Moorish history scholar, Dr. Ben, and hear what he says.
There came a time in 1506, after we lost power in Spain. The Africans ruled Spain from 711. We were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S.
Dr. Ben said we were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S. Many people are familiar with M-O-O-R, but not M-A-U-R. If we go to the Hieroglyphics Dictionary by E.A. Wallace Budge, we find that the word Moor, M-A-U-R, is in the book. The meaning is stated as Palermo Stele, the title of the high priest of Anu. So first off, More, M-A-U-R, was on the walls of ancient Hikupta, aka ancient Kemet/ancient Egypt. Second, if we do some research, we find out that Palermo Stele actually means Palermo stone. And this stone was given this name because it was removed from Egypt and brought to a museum at Palermo, Italy. It is also known as Royal Annals of the Old Kingdom in ancient Egypt. If we research this stone deeper, we find out that this stone deals with the first 5 dynasties of ancient Hikupta, aka ancient Kemet, aka ancient Egypt. So that means that the Palermo Stele deals with the Egyptian dynasties from 3100 BCE to 2325 BCE. This is from the Encyclopedia Britannica website. This is from the ancientpages.com website. And check out this PDF on academia.edu for more information as well. So now, let's use some common sense. If we look back into history, the word Moor, M-A-U-R, pops up in Mauritania, Mauryan Empire, and Societas Republicae y Almorecanos Estados. The Mauryan Empire, under Chandragupta, is listed from about 321 BCE to 185 BCE. This is from the Encyclopedia Britannica website. This is from the ancient.eu website. This is from the Wikipedia website. Then there is the Societas Republicae y Almorecanos Estados, which is Latin for the United Association of the Republic of Almorecanos, or the United Republic States of Almorecanos. This is the title of the North American government before the arrival of the Europeans. Next up, all of northern Alkebulan, aka Africa, was known as Mauritania at one point, and this was since 300 BCE. This is from the Wikipedia website. Let's read some of what is said about Mauritania. Mauritania is the Latin name for an area in the ancient Maghreb to Mazga. It stretched from central present-day Algeria westward to the Atlantic, covering northern Morocco and southward to the Atlas Mountains. Its native inhabitants, semi-nomadic pastoralists of Berber ancestral stock, were known to the Romans as the Mori and the Masazili. Now let's scroll down a bit and see what it says about the Mori people. Mauritania existed as a tribal kingdom of the Berber Mori people. Mori is recorded as the native name by Strabo in the early 1st century. This appellation was also adopted into Latin, whereas the Greek name for the tribe was Moruzi. The Mori people would later bequeath their name to the Moors, M-O-O-R-S, on the Mediterranean coast of North Africa from at least the 3rd century BC. The Mediterranean coast of Mauritania had commercial harbors for trade with Carthage since the 4th century BC, but the interior was controlled by Berber tribes who had established themselves in the region by the beginning of the Iron Age. Well, this is interesting. Once again, the Maori people would later bequeath their name to the Moors, M-O-O-R-S, on the Mediterranean coast of North Africa from at least the 3rd century BC. What does bequeath mean? Bequeath, verb, leave property to a person or other beneficiary by a will. He bequeathed his art collection to the town, pass something on, or leave something to someone else. He ditched the unpopular policies bequeathed to him. Interesting. So that ties into what Dr. Ben was saying when he said,
we were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S.
Dr. Ben said we were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S. So common sense should tell us that the knowledge from the high priests of Anu at some point started to spread either through some of the priests leaving Hikupta, aka Egypt, and then spreading their wisdom, and or people coming to Egypt to gain this knowledge through the Egyptian mysteries system, and then going back to their respective areas and teaching others. Hence why all of North Al-Kebulan, aka Africa, Southwest Asia, and North America all bore the word Moor, M-A-U-R, in their titles. Only a few were privileged to learn the mysteries system. So once you quote-unquote graduated from your 40-year study of the mysteries system in Hikupta, aka Egypt, you became a high priest of Anu, aka a Moor, M-A-U-R. So to be clear, the knowledge of the Moors, M-A-U-R-S, at some point started to spread since BC times. And common sense should also tell us that if they all bore the same title, they must have been unified. And because the high priests of Anu, aka Moors, M-A-U-R-S, were very dark-skinned, when they engaged the Europeans took the title of Moor, M-A-U-R, and gave it the meaning black. And that is what you see in the European language dictionaries today when it says More, M-O-H-R, Moro, More, M-O-R, etc. It goes back to the Latin word morus, M-A-U-R-U-S. This is from an old German etymology dictionary from 1883. The translation. More, M-O-H-R. The M stands for masculinum, which is masculine noun. Schwarze is black. Aus M-H-D, which is from Middle High German. A-H-D is Old High German. More, then also masculine noun. Aus M-L-A-T, which is from Medieval Latin or Middle Latin. Morus. More, M-O-H-E-R. Auch is also. F-R-Z is Französisch, which means French. More, I-T-A-L, and S-P-A-N is Italian, and Spanish, Moro. So as you see, More in German, French, Italian, and Spanish all go back to Medieval Latin or Middle Latin, Morus. So there you have it. When you say that Moor, M-O-O-R, means black, you are literally using the European definition as they understood it. That is what Morus, M-A-U-R-U-S, in Middle Latin meant to the European. However, Moor, M-A-U-R, in ancient Hikupta, aka ancient Egypt, was on the walls, and it went back to at least the first 5 Egyptian dynasties, 3100 BCE to 2325 BCE. Its meaning, the title of the high priest of Anu. And these high priests of Anu, Moors, M-A-U-R-S, later left their knowledge to their beneficiaries, Moors, M-O-O-R-S, when Hikupta, aka Egypt, began to fall, and the Moors, M-O-O-R-S, became the custodians of the ancient Egyptian knowledge. So, the meaning or etymology of More, M-O-O-R, is More, M-A-U-R, the title of the high priest of Anu. Oh, and side note, notice how More, M-A-U-R, appears on 3 different continents from since BC times? Chapter 47, anyone? Common sense was made before book sense.
place. He is ready. So is the green light. The O2 delivery. Curve struck him out looking.
So, young Pharaoh, you are incorrect. And if you dispute the information that we have just presented, you have to now show how Latin was around since at least 3100 BCE. We'll wait.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Isn't it interesting how young Pharaoh be saying,
Remember, family, shh, I'm hunting rabbits. Shh, I'm hunting rabbits.
pretending to be Elmer Fudd, and I guess the wabbits would be the Moors. Yet, isn't it interesting how in the cartoons Elmer Fudd keeps getting outsmarted by the wabbit? Hey, just an observation. So, why would you pretend to be Elmer Fudd instead of yeah, I'll just leave that one there. Anyway, so young Pharaoh, you say you are about righteousness and the truth. Now that you have been proven wrong about the origin of the title More, will you admit that you were wrong and tell your followers that you made a mistake and tell them the truth? Or will you allow your ego to get in the way of your righteousness and not admit you made a mistake? I guess we will find out just how righteous and for the truth you really are. Anyway, this is the last video dealing with this topic. We have better things to do than to go over the same topics over and over and over again, addressing the same antagonists. And to the Moors that keep engaging in the fruitless back and forth with these guys, if that's what you want to do your thing. It's all love. So that's it. Let's see just how righteous and for the truth young Pharaoh is. And if Mr. Sarasutan Seti stops running from these Dr. Ben videos and addresses them, and answers why he is misrepresenting and disrespecting his deceased master teachers, and also condoning young Pharaoh's disrespect of them too. And supreme honors to Canaanland Moors, present-day Moorish master adept teachers, in no particular order.